Gemini, this is going to be your general reading for June 18th through the 23rd. Now, this is a general reading. It may not resonate for all of you, so be sure to check out your cross signs and all of that good stuff with the other readings for each sign that are going to be posted this week as well. Starting off with just letting all the signs know, and it might be even more so for you, Gemini. We recently had that new moon in Gemini, so if you've been feeling anxiety or if you've been having kind of disagreements with people, you are not alone. That new moon in Gemini brought out a lot of that duality in a lot of us and kind of made us take a really good look at who we are, or made us realize that we may be feeling stifled in some ways, and we may have been triggered or challenged by people in our lives or loved ones, or there may have been disagreements or arguments. And then, especially coming into the summer solstice, we have that light being brought into our life, and seeing the truth of situations, about relationships, about ourselves. So it may be some rough energy for some of you. You may have been having those disagreements or upsets, and if you haven't been having them, awesome, I'm happy for you. If you have been having them, don't be so hard on yourself. Try to get some rest. Try to be gentle with yourself, and realize that it's just kind of the energy right now, and it should be passing soon, hopefully. So we're going to do a quick little general reading. This may resonate, it may not. You may need a private reading, but we'll see what's coming up here. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick 3 cards for the week ahead. We're going to see what's coming up for you, and I'm also going to pull 1 card for love for the week and just kind of see what the theme may be in love life. Alright, now as I'm shuffling, you can see the cards are stuck. So this is stuck energy. Not stuck as in stagnation, stuck as in maybe being indecisive. So you may be in the midst of trying to make a big decision and being very unsure of how you want to move forward. Or you may be at an impasse with a situation. And that's funny to me how somehow this card is flipped, or a couple of these cards are flipped facing for the other way, which is weird, but this one is popping out at me. So this is technically like kind of a jumper card. This card I associate with ultimatums, so you may be having to make a decision pretty quickly. And I was just kind of talking about how the deck felt stuck to me, and like maybe you guys were at an impasse or you were having a hard time making a choice. That card is telling me that you may be running out of time to make that choice. You may be running out of time to make that choice. So, oh my goodness, these cards are sticky, guys. You are having a hard time making up your mind. Or making up your minds. You Geminis have 2 minds. And I don't mean that like in a below the belt kind of way. I just mean there's 2 personalities. So let's see here what we have coming up for Monday, Tuesday for you, Gemini. Let's see what we have coming up for Wednesday, Thursday. And let's see what we have coming up for Friday, Saturday. Alright. So, let's see what we're stuck about. Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so you might be having some decisions to make around a job or around self-employment. Some of you may be self-employed, and it may be kind of like where you feel like things aren't being as lucrative as they have been in the past, and you might be feeling like, what's going on? Has my well dried up, so to speak? Am I losing my touch? Is this the end of the road for me? And this card is basically saying that it could just very well be uncertainty that you're experiencing from, this card I associate also with season. So it could be like a season. So it might not be that, you're not good at what you do, or that business is dried up. There could be things going on with timing that are out of your control. that it's temporary, but this is saying it may be a good time to accept wisdom from others, accept help and wisdom and guidance from others. It could be doing a little more research. It could be maybe taking on some independent contract work or looking for other ways in which you are receiving referrals in some way. But it might be hard to be completely and totally 100% out on your own right now. And that might be where maybe the impasse is, or the difficulty in making the decision is you might not be wanting to sacrifice that, or you might be feeling very unclear on how to get out of what feels to be like a dry spell for you financially. But, this is saying that you can be successful, but you are going to have to call on the wisdom and assistance of others or guidance of others, maybe people who are more seasoned or more professional in your field. For those of you who aren't facing a business situation because you don't have your own business, it could just be feeling very stuck in your job and wanting to work more independently, maybe wanting to be left alone, maybe not wanting to work with coworkers so much, or even thinking that, man, I'd give anything to quit this job and do something for myself, but I don't know what I want to do. I'm kind of at an impasse, or I'm kind of confused. So, again, this is about seeking out guidance, and it might not even be a person. It could be doing research, it could be doing a Google search, but gathering information to help you figure out how to move forward for a lot of you. And this could be in terms of work and employment and self-employment. What we have here for Tuesday, Wednesday, we have 6 of water. And this is an emotional card, or has to do with emotions. The earth cards generally typically have to do with money and career, and the water cards have to do with emotions. So 6 of water is basically, I don't know if you can see that, but it says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So things might be tough Monday, Tuesday. You may be stressing out about money or stressing out about career or decisions that you made. Wednesday, Thursday, you're looking back on your past and saying, man, things were good and I screwed it up. I sure screwed it up. I made some bad choices. I made some bad decisions. I wanted to be a fireman when I grew up and I should have just done that, or I wanted to do this, or I wanted to do that, or my old job was better and I took the sleep and I really messed it up. But this card is saying that you're romanticizing the past. You're remembering things far better than they actually were. You didn't just one day wake up and say, hey, I'm going to do something crazy, like for no reason. I mean, you came to that conclusion for a reason, and you made the best possible decision in that moment. You may be seeing ways in which it needs to be reworked now, but whatever you're looking back over your shoulder and saying like things were better, it really wasn't that much better. So you can stop beating yourself up, okay? So just remind yourself of that. This card, I'm just letting you all know right now, you'll see that it's reversed, but I don't read cards reversed because there's enough negative cards, and if, there was a negative message for you, you would have gotten a negative card. So I just turn them around and I just read them regular, okay? So what we have here for Saturday, Sunday, this is King of Air. So in traditional tarot, this would be King of Swords. This is someone who's very brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. This could even be you being called upon to bring out these qualities in yourself. The card itself, the message says, speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Now, this card can also sometimes, stand in for a lawyer, believe it or not. So some of you may be taking legal advice. I mean, there might be something going on here where either you need contracts to be drafted, or you feel something is going on in terms of maybe somebody may be I'm forgetting the word for it right now, like a defamation of character thing, or somebody's like causing you to lose business, or somebody something unfair in work where you're not getting promoted, or they're holding you back because of some really crummy like personal politics. So some of you may be consulting an attorney by the end of the week, whether it's establishing something in terms of contracts, or whether it's full on like going after like suing somebody. But this can be a lawyer for some of you. I think for others this is going to be about speaking up, okay? Because this card is also associated with speaking your mind and the throat chakra. So this could very well be maybe there's something unfair happening, or you might feel like something is not working for you, and there may be others who are intentionally or unintentionally negatively affecting your situation or having a negative influence on your situation, and you're being called to speak up and to put an end to it for some of you. So this is not like a horrible week, but it's definitely one where there's some big decisions to make and a lot going on, which doesn't surprise me because as I was shuffling, it was like that stuck energy. So I think some of you really are at an impasse or having a really hard time doing what you know in your heart needs to be done. For some of you, this could be in terms of like love, but the cards in general aren't like uber emotional cards, although you have a water card here, which is emotion. This is more just like sadness and regret and looking over your shoulder. So it's not necessarily screaming at me that this is about your love relationship. And I am going to pull a love card. But yeah, so just don't beat yourself up for the decisions you've made. Whatever kind of rough spot or dry spell you're experiencing, it is temporary. Just do your research, bring in some advice, and speak up. Speak up. Make known what you need, and if you are being wronged, you know, that's what the courts are here. Don't feel bad if you do need to go after someone or file some legal action. So now we're gonna pull a love card for you and see what message we have. You guys are stuck about love too. You guys are just all around not in a place where you're ready to make decisions. Let's see what we have coming up. This is really weird. I usually will get a number or a symbol as I'm shuffling, which will give me an idea of what's going on in your energy, and I'm getting the number 11, and usually I get single digit numbers. But 11, and I'm not a numerologist, and the numbers might mean different things for me than what they mean in numerology, and that's totally fine. It's just, you know, certain numbers mean a certain something to me as I'm doing my readings. And 11 to me has to do with something really like making itself known to you or being emphasized. So you might be in the realm where you are about to manifest something very long term for yourself, but you may be repeating a certain pattern, or you may be going the wrong way or the wrong direction, and your guides and angels are trying to just like make it very emphasized to you to pay attention. You may be ignoring that. So let's see what the cards themselves have to say about love for Gemini. Let's see here. And I could be wrong, but I think Geminis in general have a habit of getting bored quickly with relationships. I know you guys have a reputation for being uh, sometimes like having relationships outside of your relationships, although I have close friends who are Gemini and they are not cheaters. So I'm not saying all Geminis are out there being unfaithful, not by any means. But I do know that you guys sometimes maybe get bored or get confused because you need that stimulation, and that's all good, that's all cool. But something is repeating itself or being brought to your attention, which does not surprise me that you got this card. This is past life relationships. So this is, you have known each other before, and you might be looking at this like, what the heck does this mean? And why is there like cheesy romance novel artwork on here? But I'm going to go ahead and explain to you. So the first thing I was getting that some pattern was repeating itself or something was being emphasized for you. So some of you right now are experiencing something with a soulmate, okay? We have different kinds of soulmates. Even soulmates who are romantic, who are not romantic, and even with romantic soulmates, we have more than one. There's not like, oh, soulmate means this is my one and only person forever and ever and ever. Nope, that's not what soulmate is. Some soulmates are romantic, some aren't, and we have more than one romantic soulmate. You're dealing with a karmic soulmate. You're dealing with a past life soulmate. So there might be somebody you're having a really hard time getting out of your head. And you might be like, why in the heck am I thinking about this person? This person is not even my type. They're not even that cute. Why am I attracted? Why am I thinking about them? You know, like I don't even need this, but I seem to be hung up. There's something from a past life pulling you towards this person. For others, it could be that maybe, you know, you're feeling very, very pulled to somebody very different from you and just feeling very intensely or very strongly, and that might be scaring you or making you nervous. Like, why do I feel so strong so soon about someone? It's because you've known each other before. Now, for some of you, for a lot of you, this is someone who's coming in to kind of help open your eyes or help you to grow, and you are doing the same for them. So this may not be a forever person. Forever person in terms of like this may not be your life partner. For some of you, you may be in a relationship and there's someone that's caught your eye and you're trying to put them out of your mind and you're having a really hard time and you can't figure out why. Like, why can't I just ignore this person or put them out of my head? It's because, again, you've known them before. There's a past life connection here. So for some of you, you know, you're really going to have to do some soul searching here and figure out how you want to move forward, especially if you are currently in a relationship. You know, you can still have a connection with someone and you can still, you know, learn what you need to learn with them without being physically intimate with them, but that's your decision to make. But this might be why you feel so strongly pulled towards someone. So just be prepared and know that whatever the situation this is for you, this is somebody coming in with a message, with an opportunity for growth, and you doing the same for them. And this is somebody probably very different from what you're used to or what you're even into. So they're going to be expanding your mental horizons as well. So I hope that helps, guys. It is a general reading. It might not resonate for all of you. You may need a private reading. Please feel free to contact me. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you're receiving the videos every week. And like and follow Amethyst Angelite on Facebook and Instagram for the free daily card and the choose a card and the free weekly giveaways. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all next week. If I could. Okay. Alrighty.